Hey everyone, Jeff here. Probably wondering what am I going to do with all these apples and what did Jeff do all of a sudden he's into Pyrex and why is that? Well, I wanted to share with you and answer some of your questions, but also use the apples and make an apple crumble, my famous gluten-free, dairy-free, grain-free, sugar-free, guilt-free apple crumble. It's delicious and I'm going to show you how to make it. I'm going to post the recipe, and at the same time I'm going to share with you some stories about my experience so far with collecting Pyrex and why all of a sudden it's been become a pretty big part of my life. And all right, so let's begin by showing you what I'm going to use today. I just received or just acquired this gorgeous, they call it early American, but I guess in Canada they would call it early Canadian. I don't know, but it's a beautiful brown and white set with gold and on the brown. And the gold, I mean, I love gold. The gold is amazing. And I think I read somewhere that it was actually like real gold. Anyway, and so it comes in these beautiful Cinderella bowls, that's what they call them, with the little pouring spouts. And there's a set of 4 and they alternate in color. And I just think they're just like an amazing pattern. And I'm just all about this pattern. I love it. So that's a little bit about the set that I'm working with today. And I also have this casserole dish, and this is what we're gonna bake my crumble in. It's white with this beautiful gold, and it actually has a lid, so when I'm done baking it, I could just put the lid on and put it in the fridge. So it's super awesome that's wonderful there. What else did I want to share with you? All right, let's just get right in with the recipe. Okay, so I have about 6 cups of apples that are cored, peeled, and chopped. And in my big mixing bowl, I have my wet ingredients. So I got my maple syrup, my lemon juice, and some spices and what have you, like cinnamon. And then in another bowl, I have my dry ingredients, my coconut flour, almond flour, and cinnamon. And I'm just using this little pastry, I don't know what you call it, fork, fluffer thingy, to kind of break down and mix the dry ingredients together. Okay, and I've already preheated the oven to 350. And the great thing about Pyrex is that I guess you can bake in them, and then you can also put them in the fridge, and they're also great to serve in as well. Okay, so now that I have my dry, wet, and apples, I also, we're going to just add the apples. Well, the other thing that's great about using Pyrex and not, let's say, like a stainless steel bowl, is that the stainless steel bowl kind of reacts to the lemon juice, the acidity, and kind of like changes the flavor. With this, because it's a special glass, there's and like a non-porous, it doesn't affect the flavor. Like a spatula. So I'm just gonna pour my apples right into the wet ingredients, and the lemon juice is gonna help it from oxidation. I'm gonna mix that together, and you can add whatever you'd like as a filling. I'm going to use golden raisins because that's what I have available, and just gonna mix that in. You could use regular raisins, you could do cranberries, those are also really good too. Okay, so just make sure that you coat the apples with the wet mixture. All right, while I do this, why Pyrex? What is going on, Jeff? Like you've gone mad. You have so much Pyrex. Why Pyrex? Well, I think the history about Pyrex is quite fascinating, and as a former graphic designer, I love design and I love graphics, and I'm just really fond of their graphics. So that's the first thing. And they're beautiful, and they're kind of collectible. So some of these are rare-ish, they're limited. I have to be careful with the terms that I use. I'm part of a community now that's, you know, I don't want to say the wrong things and offend anybody. Okay, that's mixed. Now I am going to actually put this back into our baking dish, our casserole dish, now that it's nicely mixed together. It's nice to have a big bowl like this, let me tell you. Okay. Anyway, I was looking for something to do, A. B, I was looking for something to fill the cabinet since I cleared out, you know, a lot of the stuff that was in there from, you know, from when Ron was still here with us. Okay, so now pat that down. Put that aside. I mean, I just, how do you not love that? Okay, I washed my hands. I have the dry ingredients in here. I also have a cup of walnuts, and you can use a mixture of walnuts and pecans or just walnuts, or those are my two kind of go-to toppings. I don't really like the other nuts per se. And you want to chop them so that they're kind of, you know, small pieces, broken pieces. And so I have that set aside, about a cup, and I have the maple syrup. I'm gonna add that to the dry ingredients, and then I'm gonna add the coconut oil. I'm just gonna use my fingers and hands now. And I'm gonna mix that together with my hands. And I love this mixing bowl because it has a handle. So it makes it really easy to maneuver. Make sure it's all incorporated, and then add the nuts. All right, what else? So, you know, so speaking of Ron, you know, for those who don't know, Ron is my partner who recently passed away about 5 months ago. Anyway, he actually left. So one of my best friends gifted us a chip and dip bowl set. She got it at an antique market and gave it to Ron as a thank you for allowing her and my other best friend to use the property, the farm here, as their for their wedding reception. And it was a magical, beautiful ceremony, and they wanted to thank Ron, and they got for him this beautiful Anchor hawking bowl and chip and dip set with the cradle. And it's got some like gold sort of paint on it as well. It's, you know, painted in these beautiful blue leaves. And Ron really loved this piece, and we had it up in the cupboard. And then I started getting into Pyrex and collecting all these Pyrex. And I met these two women who run a she shed out of their garage, and they sell all these antiques, and they specialize in Pyrex. And they live 5 minutes away. And so I go on over, I make an appointment, I go on over, and I see their garage sale, she shed, little storefront. It's adorable. And I ended up buying a bunch of stuff from them, and we just hit it off. And I decided to offer them to just come over and take a look at my Pyrex collection, that we can go apple picking and make an apple crisp. And they're like, oh my gosh, you could do that? I'm like, yeah, come on down. So just on Sunday, they came over. Hi, Christina. Hi, Lori. And we had a fabulous time. I made dinner, we picked some apple and made a crisp, and we used my Pyrex bowls. But I can't even tell you, the community, this Pyrex community has just been so amazing and so supportive and so just wonderful. Here's an example. So Lori saw this bowl on my top shelf because I guess I must have sent her a picture. And she's like, I have something for you. So when she came on Sunday, she gifted me a set of 4 matching glasses that go with this bowl. I didn't even know they existed. The fact that she even thought of me and to gift this to me, I'm just kind of like, I just met these people. Good people, wholesome people. And I think Pyrex is something that's, kind of wholesome. You cook with it. It's colorful, it's playful, it's fun. That's why I'm into the Pyrex. So now that I have this mixture of the nuts in with the maple, the topping, I'm going to just sprinkle this over top of the apples. And so I wanted to shout out to Lori and Christina for coming over and showing me the ropes about Pyrex. All right, and what else? I will post pictures of the final product. We're going to put this in the preheated oven for about 40 to 50 minutes and then let it rest for about 15 minutes before eating. Oh my goodness, look at this, guys. Can you even see? Okay. Here, let me just wash my hands. Yes, my cabinet doors are open because I want, look nice. You can see them. If I close them, the glare of the light, you can't really see. Anyway, here's my finished product. Well, not the finished, I don't have to bake this. So I'm gonna bake this and put this in the oven. I'm so excited. This is the first time I'm using this bowl as a baking dish. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching and indulging me in this, this journey. And shout out to the Pyrex community, the Vintage Pyrex network, and all my new friends there. And of course, my friends and family here on Facebook. Love you all. See you again. Bye.